What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another movie review. Today, we're going to be talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. Ooh, Rebirth. So, in this film, it is 5 years post-Jurassic World Dominion. An expedition braves isolated equatorial regions to extract DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. So, that is apparently the plot to this movie. Apparently, I had to look it up because I don't really know what the plot of this movie is supposed to be. So we're gonna talk about it. This might make some people mad what we have to say, but we're just being honest with our thoughts. Mike, what are your thoughts about Jurassic World Rebirth?
Yeah, the idea of calling a movie Rebirth and it's just a team of mercenaries extracting DNA from anything is already pretty problematic. But yeah, this movie's how do I say it? Not good. Yeah. It is. I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil the plot, but I will say this: there is one dinosaur that we see in the whole film for the first 20 minutes of the movie. The rest of it is just people talking to each other.
And not about anything interesting.
And not about anything interesting. There is the plot of these people extracting DNA from dinosaurs, but that is an okay setup. It's not something that you really need a lot of time to build up to, but they spend a lot more time than they need to building up to that plot and working through it and figuring it out. And I could have really done I probably could have done with 10 minutes less of that. And then there's also a weird B plot with this family. I don't remember what they are, as far as they're an ethnically diverse family or whatever. And they're sailing. You're told that all the dinosaurs that live on the planet are down by the equator, and you're not allowed to sail around them or be in a boat around them or be anywhere near them. That's how it works. You can't go anywhere near them. So this guy, of course, obviously with his sailboat and his young daughter and his adult late teen daughter decide to sail across that area in his sailboat. And you're like, okay. And then they also were like, hey, you know what would be really good? To throw in his oldest daughter's boyfriend, who is the most unlikable character I have ever seen in any movie ever. I can't think of another character in any movie that I've ever seen that I despise more than this character, because straight up from the very get-go he tells you that he's lazy, that he doesn't care about anything, and that he is not interested in helping anybody, and he never gets better. They try to give him a moment where he's like, oh, I'm being selfless now, but it's yeah, but when you make a character this unlikable, the hill is so insurmountable at this point that they never redeem themselves. He's just the worst.
The worst, bro.
And then when you finally get to the dinosaurs, it's just mostly boring, and they don't really do much. And then the big reveal at the end, and I'm not kidding, and this is not a spoiler because it's been in the marketing, is a T-Rex with Down syndrome.
Yep.
Who is only even loose because somebody left a Snickers wrapper floating around in a lab.
Yeah.
I can't make this stuff up, man. In my sleep,
yeah.
I couldn't make this up. So, yeah. If that doesn't sound good to you, then that's because that's what this movie is.
Oh, yeah. Man. Dude, so this shouldn't be what I struggle with when I'm watching a movie about dinosaurs, eating people. But yes. I was, fighting sleep throughout this entire movie, watching this thing. Dude. It was, I shouldn't say this about a Jurassic Park or a Jurassic World movie. This movie was boring AF, bro. It was so boring. I did not care about any of these characters whatsoever. There's more substance in a bucket of dirt than in this movie. Yeah. It is actually crazy that we're supposed to, these characters, the only character that I'll say that I thought was okay was Mahershala Ali's character, Duncan. Yes. I think his name was.
I don't remember.
He was by far the most interesting and the best part about this entire movie. I did not care about anybody else in this entire film at all. And I wanted them to, and we only got like 2 people, I think, that were actually eaten by, maybe 3. There were like 3 people that were eaten by dinosaurs throughout this entire thing. And yeah, like if they had actually, what they should have done is they should have just cut out the family subplot altogether, because that was completely pointless to the film. It literally added nothing at all to this entire movie whatsoever. They should have cut that out because it was awful. Every time the family came on screen, I groaned inwardly. It was terrible. And they should have just focused more on the simple, it was a simple plot, you know, but they should have focused more on just honing that, making the characters around that plot more interesting, and giving them more to actually make us actually give a crap if they were going to get eaten by a dinosaur or not, because I did not. I didn't care at all.
Nope. Yeah, man, I agree. And the other thing about it too is, like, obviously that tension of anybody could get eaten is what they try to sell in this movie. But instead it just comes across as really disingenuous, because there are so many close calls in this film, and they're not interesting close calls.
Yeah.
Like, there are straight up just numerous moments in the entire film, and it's not just once or twice or 3 times, it's numerous times throughout the film where somebody falls down or trips or is climbing or is swimming or is walking or running, and a dinosaur goes like right before they like get bit by him, and it's just out of reach.
Yep.
They're just like, they're running, and the dinosaur's like, arr, and just misses, and you're like, oh, that's supposed to be tension. Like, the first time it happens, you're like, whoa, that was close. But then it just keeps happening over and over and over again. You're like, oh, okay, never mind. It's just dumb now.
Yep.
There is a moment in this film where they try to do a callback to the kitchen scene in Jurassic Park, and it is not nearly as tense. It doesn't have the same intent, like the same fear factor or worry factor at all, because you honestly do hope that these characters get eaten.
Yeah.
And the dinosaurs that are attacking them honestly have no reason to be attacking them. That's the other part of it too. Like, most of the dinosaurs in this film seem wholly uninterested in these people at all. They're kind of just like floating around going like, oh, there's a thing over there, I guess we should attack this person and stuff. But there's really no reason for them to do it. In fact, there's a whole scene where like a dinosaur is chasing a group of people, and it doesn't seem interested at all. And as soon as it realizes it can't catch the people, it doesn't get angry or try to fight to catch them or anything. It just goes like, and it walks away. And that's literally like the sound it makes, and then it just leaves. That's kind of how I felt about this film. As soon as like it was over, I was just kind of like, okay, and then walked away, and I just didn't really feel anything at all. I guess the dinosaur scenes could have been cool, but like I said, they take so long to get to. By the time you get there, there's no real payoff to them, and you kind of predict exactly what's going to happen, and not in a fun way. It's more like, okay, yeah, that's probably going to be the one that happens, or, oh, this character's going to get eaten. There's one character in the whole film that I will say that gets eaten, and I did not expect it. And it's because it kind of comes out of nowhere, but it feels so random, and it just kind of forced in there that it's just, when it's over, you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's what happened. And also I agree, Mahershala Ali is like my favorite character in the movie, and my second favorite character in the movie is Scarlett Johansson. But also when you put a female lead in a movie and then you just have her like kind of be like whiny and sad the whole movie, then it kind of kills a lot of the momentum, because she has moments where she's awesome, and then a lot of moments where she just kind of sits around like looking sad, and the sad moments like kind of undercut her character development, in my opinion. So yeah, bro, there's
nothing memorable in this film, and every Jurassic Park film, I don't know about all the Jurassic Worlds, because I don't think I've seen all the Jurassic Worlds, because honestly they're not that great, but every single one has like an iconic like scene or moment in it with some sort of dinosaur that you remember, right? This film had none of that whatsoever. Like, they tried to do kind of something with that with the Down syndrome T-Rex at the end of the film, and that was awful. Everything about that was terrible. This entire movie just feels like like they're just cashing in the entire time. everything for the writing just feels like that they're just like trying. Nothing is inspired. Like everything is uninspired in this movie, from the dinosaur scenes to the complete lack of character development to I mean, even the acting. Like Mahershala Ali, he did a pretty good job. Scarlett Johansson, you can kind of tell that she was just kind of like going through the motions and, you know, trying to get that paycheck and all that stuff. Like, it was very uninspiring throughout this entire thing. So
yeah, man. It's probably my least favorite Jurassic Park / World movie. Yeah, maybe it's up there with the last one that they made, which I don't remember what that's called anymore.
Dominion, I think.
Dominion. Yeah, it's up there with Dominion for the worst. But at least I had like 3 other movies, and I had Jeff Goldblum to look forward to in that.
Right.
This movie doesn't have any of that kind of stuff in it, and the implication. Here's the thing. I'll give it this little bit of credit. The implication behind there being a unique genetic marker that dinosaurs have that can help humanity, that kind of a thing, with all the genetic tampering they do, is kind of interesting. Maybe sending a mercenary team to extract it is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And there is moments where it could have been really cool because they're trying to recapture that spirit of awe and excitement that you have at Jurassic Park when you see dinosaurs for the first time. But the dinosaurs that they have in here are all like genetic mutations, and they're not regular dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And the other thing that they do a lot of that Jurassic Park kind of nails, none of the dinosaurs in this movie have like weight.
Yeah.
They can move like throughout a room. They can move in a space almost completely silent and without any kind of motion or any kind of sign that they're around until they need to show up. So like you can have literally like there'll be a scene where a person is standing in a room and a T-Rex is right behind them, and they have no idea because the T-Rex is like walking around the room and they have no clue until it like knocks something over or until it has to make its growl entrance or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wow, it's right there. Shouldn't have made a ton of sound just now, but no, it doesn't do that. And they do that throughout the movie multiple times too. Like dead silence, giant, big dinosaurs until it has to make noise, and then you're aware that it's there. And that comes across as the dinosaurs feeling almost weightless and kind of just like a set piece, instead of it being like the force of nature that they feel like in the other movies. I mean, like the T-Rex, when it was around, you knew it was around before you even saw it because of how heavy and big it was. Yeah, they don't do that with any kind of dinosaurs other than until like they don't really do that with any of the dinosaurs until they're on screen or moving around. Then I guess you can kind of feel that, but for the most part, yeah, when they show up, they're just kind of whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just not a good movie. I would not recommend anybody go see this in theater unless you are just desperate for a dinosaur film. Maybe you could shut your brain off enough to go see this and enjoy it. I'm sure kids will love this movie a lot. But yeah, I was not a fan, and I probably would have. I wish I would have waited to see this on streaming. So,
yeah, you're much better off just going back and watching some of the older Jurassic Park movies or something.
Yes,
for sure.
This made 1, 2, and 3 look like masterpieces. I mean, 1 is a masterpiece, but it made 2 and 3 look like masterpieces too. So.
For real.
Yep.
Yeah, I did not have a great time with this one. And I think I gave it like a 52% on Criticalist, I think, something like that. So, yeah,
man, it's not good.
But yeah, let us know in the comments below what you think about the movie if you've seen it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it more than we did. Let us know what you thought, and hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thank you so much, and we will catch you all in another review very soon.